everyone, I'm Alison Hutchinson. I'm currently a PhD candidate at Northumbria University, where I'm researching how trade and conservation legislation for commercially exploited marine species is perceived both socially and politically. My main focus is on those legally perpetuated and largely normalised harms towards marine species and the invisible victimisation of both wildlife, people and the planet. Today I'll be presenting some of my research into the visibility of harm, how some species are viewed as more worthy victims, and how these perceptions influence both trade and conservation decision-making narratives. I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to hearing from you at the end. The 21st century has seen the escalation of rapid biodiversity loss, degradation of ecosystems, unparalleled climate change, and accelerating threats of wildlife extinction. This ecological crisis not only impacts humans, but the stability and health of all living beings and the environment. Recent predictions suggest that approximately 1 million species are threatened with extinction. Currently, there are thought to be around 8 million species on Earth, and of these, only around 14% of terrestrial and just 9% of marine wildlife have been described, and so the true scale of extinction risk is as yet unquantifiable. While awareness of the environmental issues impacting our planet has been growing, we are falling short of meeting conservation and environmental goals. In their latest report, IPBES calls for transformative, system-wide changes to how we envisage nature conservation goals in the political, economic, social and technological spheres in order to address the environmental crisis we now face. However, when it comes to wildlife protection, conservation effort is often skewed by popularity perceptions rather than focusing on those most threatened species. In a recent study of IUCN Red List assessments, it is marine vertebrates, namely fish, that are reported as the most traded animal group. In 2018, the FAO estimated that around 179 million tonnes of fish were removed from the ocean, 87% of which were directly consumed by people, and the remainder mostly used for fish meal and fish oil production. Illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing is thought to represent 1 in every 5 fish caught, or 20% of the market. However, these values don't include illegal open sea discard of around 1/3 of the global catch, and would add substantially to these estimates. It is thought that around 33% of fish species are overexploited, and the FAO predicts that the level of sustainably fished species is in decline, with around 60% fished to the maximum sustainable level. It is very likely that these pressures on marine wildlife will continue to increase as the consumption of seafood is also predicted to rise worldwide, potentially threatening the collapse of numerous marine populations. While marine species play a crucial role in food provisioning, their value is primarily understood as food resources. This perception serves to diminish their intrinsic value and make invisible the harms perpetuated by ongoing and normalised exploitation. While many marine species will continue to remain important for human consumption, there is continued need to reflect on how we value marine species and what our moral and legal responsibilities are to them. Drawing from a Green Criminological foundation, I will present my research on the protections for commercially exploited marine species, focusing on how value and victimhood are portrayed and understood. The results presented here reflect a combination of expert interviews and public surveying, describing the motivations behind contrasting narratives of production and protection, and the impact of these decisions on marine wildlife.